Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to be showing you everything that I keep in this little bin right here, and it is all my miscellaneous Disney things that I've collected over the years. The reason I'm going through this now is because I actually just bought a really adorable box. I bought this box here and then this matching one. I don't know which box I'm going to use yet, but I thought I would use one of those boxes for these things, so it's in like kind of a cuter box instead of this little plastic shoe box from Home Depot. Let me show you what I keep in here. I collect maps from the parks. I don't know if you can see that blue book right there, this one right here. I don't know if you can read it, but it's called Maps of the Disney Parks, and it's all about the maps. I love collecting the maps, so every time I go to a Disney park I always pick up a map and bring it home as a souvenir. So I have a lot, especially from when I lived in Florida. Every time they released a new map, I always grabbed it. These are my Magic Kingdom ones, so I have one here of the Seven Dwarfs Mine Train, Gaston in New Fantasyland, the Electric Parade, Little Mermaid, Beast in front of the castle, Thunder Mountain Railroad, Splash Mountain, Belle, and then I also have one from the 2012 Not So Scary Halloween Party. I have a bunch here from Hollywood Studios. This one here, the one of Kylo Ren, is from when I went there in 2016 with my friend Tori. Then we have an AT-AT, another AT-AT, Darth Vader. This was when they hosted the Osborne Spectacle of Light. They don't do that anymore, unfortunately, so I like having a map of it to remember. The Hollywood Tower Hotel, Tower of Terror, Rock and Roller Coaster. Then I have Animal Kingdom, Expedition Everest, a lion from the safari ride, another Expedition Everest one, another Expedition Everest one, the Jammin' Jungle Parade, the Tree of Life all lit up. I think this was also for my trip in 2016 because it was around that time that they started doing these shows on the Tree of Life. And then I also have this brochure from when I did the Wild Africa Trek during my program. I don't remember what I got this from, whether it was like in part of like a gift package that they gave us, but I have this. Then I have my Epcot ones. This one also is from my trip in 2016 because it has Soarin' Around the World, which was pretty new to Disney World when I went in 2016. Then we have Test Track. I have two old Soarin' ones, so again, it's cool having ones of rides that aren't technically there anymore. I mean, Soarin' is technically there, but it's not Soarin' anymore, it's Soarin' Around the World. Then I have a Christmas one, and then I have one from the Food and Wine Festival as well as the International Flower and Garden Festival. And then I just have a couple of miscellaneous ones from Disney World. So I have one of the water parks, another water parks one, and then I have a few downtown Disney ones. So these ones are all downtown Disney. And then this one is from when they changed it to Disney Springs. So I have this one as well. And then I have just a few from Disneyland. I don't have nearly as many because I worked in Disney World, so I was able to, you know, get a map every single time they created a new one. But I do have some really cool old Disneyland ones that I'll show you in a second. These are my most current Disneyland ones. So this one isn't a map, but it's more of a brochure of Disneyland. I think I picked this up at the hotel that I stayed in when I went in December of 2019 with my friends Tori and Allie. This one isn't actually a map. Well, it does have a bit of a map in it, but it's more what's going on, the rides, all that stuff. And then I have two maps from that trip. One has Jack Skellington on the Haunted Mansion, and then a very beautiful Christmas one where the castle's all decked out for Christmas. I believe these two are from when I went to Disneyland in 2013 with my sister. So we have this one of an AT-AT for Star Tours, and then one of the Indiana Jones ride. And then I have two from California Adventure. This one is from when I went in 2019. There's Mickey on Mickey's Fun Wheel and World of Color. This is really cool, but I have one from 2012, and it is actually when the Tower of Terror was still in California Adventure. So they replaced Tower of Terror in California Adventure with Guardians Mission Breakout. I love having this map because it kind of shows that that's what it used to be, and obviously it's not there anymore. Operation Breakout is still really fun, but I am a huge fan of Tower of Terror, so I was very sad when they replaced it, but it's cool to still have a map. This is a guide to the two parks, And this is actually for Disneyland Paris because I did get to go to Disneyland Paris. I was there in 2014. So they have two parks in Disneyland Paris. They have actual Disneyland Paris and then they have Walt Disney Studios. So this map includes both parks. I have that map, which is so cool to, you know, have a map from Disneyland Paris because I don't know if I'll ever be able to go there again. I'm glad I have that as a souvenir. So I do have some more maps that I want to show you guys, but I'm thinking I'm going to save those for a little bit later because they're really cool. Just show you a couple like miscellaneous things that I've collected over the years. So the first thing I have here are these little things that I got from our boxed set of the entire series of Gravity Falls. It came with a Gravity Falls postcard that you can mail out if you want to. And then we have a mystery coupon good for $1. Also Stanbucks. It's money. This is so random. It's just an article about how there was a Phineas and Ferb movie. I just thought it was hilarious that there was an article in the newspaper about it, so I cut it out and I've saved it. This is my second magic band. I do have another one, but this is my magic band that I got when I went to Disney World with Tori in 2016. It actually says my nickname on the inside. It says Jody Bear. Tori's said Tori Pie. Another thing that I have that you can no longer get in the park are fast passes. Back in the day before they had the magic bands and the My Disney app or whatever it's called, if a ride had a really long line, you could go up and get a fast pass and it would tell you, please come back at between this time and this time. And you would come back between this time and this time and give the person your fast pass, and then you got to kind of skip the line a little bit. So sometimes I would go to the parks by myself and not go on rides, or I would literally just go and get fast passes and just keep them and not actually use them. And I'm so glad that I started doing that because you can't get these anymore. Like, they don't have fast passes anymore. It's all on either, like I said, your magic band or on the My Disney app. So I'm so happy that I collected these throughout my entire year I worked there. I love having these. And I also have my ticket for Disney on Ice. This is one of, I think, 2 times I've seen Disney on Ice. Then I have a whole bunch of things from the Walt Disney Family Museum. The first thing is a brochure. So I pulled this out of a brochure rack at a hotel we were staying at. It wasn't in San Francisco, but it was between Anaheim and San Francisco. In 2011, my family did a road trip where we flew to Las Vegas, we were in Vegas, and then we went to Disneyland, and then we drove up the coast, went to the Redwood Forest, and then stayed in San Francisco for a few days. And at one of the hotels in between Anaheim and San Francisco, they had this rack where it had a whole bunch of brochures for things around, stuff like that. And this was one of them. And I pulled it out and I kept it. I didn't know if we'd be able to, you know, go to the Walt Disney Family Museum, but we did go to the Walt Disney Family Museum, so I have things here from that visit. My first thing are our 3 admission tickets that me, my sister, and my brother got. I have another brochure that I actually picked up at the museum, all about their galleries and programs and screenings, dining and shopping, all stuff like that. The last thing that I took, this is the Walt Disney Family Museum newsletter that was there when we went. The next thing I have is a couple of Disney dollars. I don't think you can get these anymore, which is really disappointing, but they used to have a ton, and I know I have some in old scrapbooks. This is one that I have, and it has the Pirates of the Caribbean skull and then one of the ships, the Empress. This is one of the ships from World's End, and it's so cute because the treasurer is Scrooge McDuck. Adorable. Next thing I have is my ticket as well as the playbill from the Broadway Beauty and the Beast when it came to our city. I did get a reusable shopping bag from that show as well. I do love and use reusable shopping bags all the time, so that was like one little thing that I bought for myself. I have a ticket tag from the Disney Cruise Line. I have a couple bookmarks. This one is from Kingdom Couture. I don't know where I got this from. I think maybe it came with a t-shirt that I bought. I have a Beauty and the Beast bookmark that I got from the Disney Movie Club. I have an Alani bookmark that I got from the Alani Resort in Hawaii. And then I got a bookmark because I was part of the Enchanted Tales with Belle. So I got a bookmark from being in the show. I also have a buttload of old tickets and passes from all the times we went. Again, now these stuff is all like on your phone or on a magic band, so you can't collect these anymore. If you stay off property, you do still get like either a paper ticket like this. I do think I still have my paper ticket in another bin from my trip in 2019 because I kept a bunch of stuff from that trip separate that I want to scrapbook. Then I have a bunch of pens that I've collected over the years. I'm definitely that person that I always steal pens from hotels. So I have one pen from the Grand Californian Hotel. We didn't stay there, but we did have brunch there one morning, and when you like signed at the end of your meal to pay, I asked if I could keep a pen and they said yes. I have a pen from Alani, so again the resort in Hawaii. I have one from the Disneyland Hotel. Again, haven't stayed there, but this pen is actually so old. I don't know how old this pen is. I just always remember having it. And then I have one from the Walt Disney Resorts. And so these pens are everywhere. I don't know if they've changed them or not, but this pen in particular was everywhere in Walt Disney World. These were the pens that we always had at our registers for guests to sign for their purchases. And I'm gonna show you the really cool things that are like super duper treasure. Many years ago, I was at my grandma's house and I was scrapbooking, and we were going through just, I don't know, something of hers, and she pulled out all of these, and I was looking through them and I was like, can I have those? First thing right here, this is a ticket from when my family and I went to Disneyland on February 26th of 1966. It's so cool, it's so old, I love it. Then we have a Disneyland guide from 1976. So these are all things that my grandma has collected from when she took her kids. Then we have another one. This is Disneyland Today, and for the life of me, I cannot find a year on this thing. I have absolutely no idea what year this is from. The park looks way smaller, so you can tell that it's not recent at all. Here we go. I don't know what year this movie came into theaters, but they are promoting in the corner here the movie Heavyweights, coming to a theater near you. Whatever year that movie came out, that is how old this is. An annual passport, so an annual pass to Disneyland, was only $99. That's like a one-day ticket now. And then we have a 1990 souvenir guide. This one's kind of similar to that one that I had that had Chewbacca on it. It has little bits of maps on it, but it's mostly like a guide to everything to do in the parks. Another guide, and this is from 1988. Absolutely so cool. The oldest one I have is this one from 1976, and I just absolutely love it so much. I treasure these so much. So yes, that's some of my stuff. I didn't show everything because I didn't want to go into detail about my Kylo Ren plastic bags that I've kept. Those are some of like the really cool things that I have that I really wanted to show you guys. I obviously have way more stuff. That entire shelf there is all Disney stuff. The entire shelf above me is all Disney stuff. If you watched my decorating my office video, you may remember that. I definitely still am planning on doing a video showing this shelf. Also, if you've been wondering why the Christmas tree is still set up behind me, it's because this video is pre-recorded. By the time you're watching this, the Christmas tree is hopefully gone if I haven't procrastinated too much. I really hope you enjoyed that video. I post new videos every single Friday, and I would love to have you guys here, so hit subscribe if you did enjoy it and would like to see more random Disney content. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will talk to you later. Bye everybody.